Alright then, so here we are. Might as well start a little bit soon this time. So greetings everybody in chat. Switching back to the game screen real quick. Hello everybody, this is Jeff as usual. And welcome to But Words Remain. More specifically, welcome to... I think this might be part 10 of my Dark Souls 1 Remastered Lorethrough. Hello Cindy, hello everybody who is watching right now. Not having a mug of coffee today, unlike usual. Already had a coffee. So already filled my coffee quota for today. Let's jump right into it. Last time we were doing the Duke's Archives. You too, Cindy, yes. We've both had a mug of coffee, hadn't we? So we were doing the Duke's Archives. Not sure what I was doing at the Sunlight Altar, to be honest. But... last time we were at the Duke's Archives, and I believe we have to... 1. Get the Evelyn, and 2. Rescue Logan. Let's do the easier one of those two first. So let's rescue Logan. Damn tables. Out of my way. So let's rescue Logan. And gain access to dialogue, of course, but also to his spells. So we can read all of those. It is a bit of a backtrack to get back to Logan, but it is what it is. Okay. Could you kindly piss off? Damn these mages. I've said it earlier and I will say it again. I kinda hate this level, not gonna lie. Yeah, see? These guys' moveset always throws me off a little bit. I was playing on my high level Faith build yesterday to gather some footage in. I kinda have the muscle memory for that turned on. So I gotta be careful. For instance, I'm used with playing with 4 attunement slots, not 3. We will eventually have 4 on this character too, but for now, we only have 3. Come on, dude. Piss off. Okay, what did it drop? Another shield, okay. We can start a small shop of Caduceus shields. Okay. Can we see the crystal golems from up here? I don't think we can. I don't think the game renders them. It would be interesting to see the golden golem all the way down there. But yeah. Specifically, I was playing through this area with my New Game Plus Faith build, and I was actually thinking about Logan because I only need the crystal spells, the crystal sorceries to get the all sorceries achievement on that character. And I would like to get the platinum trophy on this game too. I already got it on Prepare to Die, on the OG Dark Souls, the old one. But I would like to get it on the remaster as well. Let me close these doors so that these guys don't bother me as I walk through this area. As always, chat, let me know if everything sounds alright on your end. Let me close this before this guy comes out. And how are you, chat, by the way? How was your week? I'm pretty relaxed right now. I have myself 4 days at home. Here in Brazil, we're getting a nice holiday. The Carnival holiday. Also famous Carnival, Brazilian Carnival. So I am enjoying myself right now. Okay, so these things drop humanity. I can hear you alright, Cindy, thank you. Can I farm humanity from these things? Might as well, right, since we're here. Ow, 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 ow. Ouchie. Okay. Oh, and there's a... What? Really? The spear makes me fat roll. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Sure thing, buddy. That's 4.5. Why am I fat rolling? I don't get it. Oh, it's because I don't have the Havel's ring on. Stupid. I replaced the wrong ring. So I should have Havel's on this one. So I can quickly slot on that slot there. Okay, my mistake. My bad, chat, my bad. What's wrong, Cindy? What are you thinking about? Okay, can I... Wrath of the Gods, these things? I can, yeah. Should have done that from the start, I feel. Humanity. And another one, okay. We are going to need humanity in order to save Soler later on. We are going to save him, of course. There we go. Another humanity.
Hello again.
Yeah, that's repeated dialogue from the last stream, so I think we can just open this. Yeah, there we go. And Logan is free.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery.
Alright then. Anything else?
Hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll head out soon. I wish to lay down my plans before I visit the archives.
And by lay down my plans, of course, this means the developers didn't animate me getting up and walking to where I'm supposed to be. So yeah. Firekeeper Soul, another one. We only have a +2 Estus, by the way. That's kind of low, isn't it? Again, my mind is still somewhat linked to my high-level character who is in New Game Plus. And I should have equipped the Homeward Miracle before coming here. Now I have to use another bone. I've got to buy more, actually. And we are all the way back here. Come on, man. Well, might as well go back to Firelink real quick and buy some more Homeward Bones there. I just think this build you made is so cool. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, this is my favorite Dark Souls 1 fashion, as I've mentioned in the previous stream, I believe. And we are still assembling our arsenal, honestly. There's a 2 or 3 more weapons I would like to get. Okay, we're just gonna pay a visit to the female undead merchant up here and get ourselves some Homeward Bones. I am planning something slightly different, however. I feel like I would like to give Age of Sunlight a try. Age of Sunlight being a, I think, recent Dark Souls 1 overhaul mod. I'm not sure if it's recent. There was an older one which I played once called Daughters of Ash, I believe. And I've only heard about Age of Sunlight recently, so that's why I assume it's a recent mod, but it might not be actually.
Oh, I thought you bet plenty.
And I think I would like to play a Strength Faith build on that mod. Mainly because I've never played a Strength Faith build in Dark Souls 1. I've never used Grant, as I've mentioned earlier, and it always felt weird, you know, never using that weapon because I like Faith builds, so feels like I should have played that already. Okay, that's actually good. Since we're here, since we've made our way here, I'm gonna buy some of these. And you can probably guess why, because we are playing through the Duke's archives right now. And I am going to need these. How many I'm going to need, I'm not sure. Let's get 70. I already have 10. No, I don't have 10. Make that 80. Make that 80 then. Do we need ammo? That's the question. Might as well. What's going on here? Can I get more bolts? Yes, there we go. For our crossbow. Alright, so there we go. And I suppose we can upgrade our Estus flask as well. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to play Age of Sunlight soon, and I might stream that actually. I would probably play on Prepare to Die, because apparently this mod is available on both versions of Dark Souls 1. And the remastered page of the mod actually recommends playing offline to avoid getting banned. I would prefer not to get banned in Dark Souls Remastered if possible. I'm not sure whether there are any major differences between Prepare to Die and Remastered on that mod. Probably not. From what I gathered from the mod description, it's basically the same. The old version, the Prepare to Die version, has some extra fixes which are irrelevant in the remaster. Sorry, the Prepare to Die version, yeah, that's what I meant. Has some extra fixes. Things like playing in 60 FPS and so on. So there we go. That's a +3 flask. So let's go to the archives again. And let's try to get the Aveling, not the Underperished, the Duke's archives. There we go. Let's try to get the Aveling, because I would like to use that weapon on this build as well. It is going to be a pain in the ass to get it though. And yes, we have the Channeler's Trident on this character, by the way. One of the reasons why I am considering using this character for the Platinum Trophy, honestly, because I already got this, and this tends to be what keeps me from even trying to Platinum this game, you know? It's what kept me from trying it for a long time. But we basically got the worst... Come on, man. Excuse me? I'm trying to relax here, thank you. So... we basically got the hardest weapon out of the way, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So I'm going to equip... What am I going to equip? Let's make it Homeward. And let's try to get the Aveling. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Have you ever gotten all achievements in this game, by the way, chat? Or in other Souls games, for that matter? I have to admit, I have only gotten it in the first game. I feel like Dark Souls 2 should be easier to get the Platinum, actually, but... I don't know, man, it's just a bigger game, you know? Feels like it takes more time to do it. Thankfully, in Dark Souls 2, we have no trophies with unique weapons, you know, unlike Dark Souls 1. which is a blessing because that game has way too many unique weapons, and many of them are locked behind some pretty infuriatingly slow farms, you know. So many of the weapons in that game are locked behind things like 0.5 drop chance, you know. It would be a nightmare to farm for those. Army Productions, it's not a quality build, it's a fake build. That's why I haven't infused. We are going for 50 faith eventually. We barely have enough strength and dex to use the weapons we have, so we aren't really getting anything from the physical scaling, you know. But thanks for, you know, watching. Thanks for commenting, man. Man or miss, I don't know. But yeah, this is a pure faith build. Although, at this point I would probably get the same amount of damage from just a pure physical weapon because we only have 30 faith. Okay, so where am I going then? I think it's here, right? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so chat, prepare not to be impressed because it's been a while since I've done this. And I'm not particularly good at, you know, getting the Evelyn, so just kind of pull the crank and get a feel for it. I'm not jumping straight away. Okay. Okay, I almost fell off. So let's pull that again. Oh, over here. I'm gonna take it slowly. You haven't platinumed any of the Souls games yet. You should give it a try, Cindy. They are not that difficult to platinum, honestly. Takes a bit of work, of course, but not that difficult. Okay, I think I get it. I think I get it, chat. So, I'm gonna pull the crank, wait for it to go to its original position. Alright, let's do this. First try, chat. First try. Huh? No way. No way. No way. Get it. Open the chest. Get it. I got it. I'm out of here. Ah, damn it. Worth it. Worth it. Ah, damn it. My humanity is gonna be there now. That's such a pain in the ass. But I was kind of expecting that, honestly. There's archers and a mage around, so I don't care. We got the Evelyn first try, chat. I don't care. It's a fair trade. So this is the Evelyn. Let's check the description. Repeating crossbow cherished by the weapon craftsman Adas. Its elaborate design makes it closer to a work of art than a weapon. Intricate mechanism makes heavy damage possible through triple shot firing of bolts, but in fact each bolt inflicts less damage. Exactly what it says on the tin. If you manage to hit all 3 shots, you're gonna deal a lot of damage, but each individual shot actually deals less damage than a regular crossbow. But yeah, we got it. We got it. And of course it consumes 3 bolts for each shot, so this thing eats through ammo very quickly. We already have a pure physical damage crossbow, which is the light crossbow. I'm actually planning on making this thing lightning. And then equip it with lightning bolts. Which is not the most economically viable thing to do, seeing as I've just mentioned how this thing eats through ammo very quickly, but it's fun and it's cool, you know, so I don't care. So we are going to make it lightning. Okay, so give me... The S3 is a nightmare to platinum in my opinion. I haven't tried getting the platinum on that one, but I remember it has a trophy associated with gestures, right? Like you have to get all gestures to get the platinum. And if I recall correctly, you have to summon certain NPCs to get gestures, and some NPCs are locked behind specific quest lines, so yeah. Yeah, kind of a nightmare. I have to agree with you there. The weapon of the Crystal Warrior who was in front of the boss's room before he got salt rocks on him. For real, man. You mean the Crystal Knight who we fight in front of Sif's arena? I recall he has a Crystal Ultra Greatsword, but does he actually pull out the Aveling if you get away from him enough? Get a lot of Covenant items to get Pyromancies and Miracles. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 has those, but it's like... I think there's only 2 spells locked behind Covenant rewards, right? You have Gravelord Greatsword Dance for the Gravelord Covenant and Dark Moonblade for the Blades of the Dark Moon, and that's it. Yeah, if I recall, Dark Souls 3 has more of those, which is not fun, not fun. So chat, just for curiosity, also because I am a stingy bastard, I want to check if my souls are accessible in any way. So, let me make my way back to the Aveling. Ah, right, I remember this theory, army. So the armor of the guy who is using, you know, the crystal armor has the same engravings as the Aveling. That does make sense, actually. So either that's the craftsman himself, or that's someone who is using the armaments made by the same craftsman. Forgot the craftsman's name. Edus, that's his name. That's an interesting observation, actually. It does actually make sense. Oh. Ah, damn it. I almost got him. Almost got him. That does actually make sense. Okay. Alright, the halberd might actually be best than the greatsword against these guys. Let's check the Aveling real quick. I don't think we have the crystal armor just yet to compare, but that does make sense. Can I get a good angle on this? Okay, there we go. So that there, right? Those symbols there. Once we get the crystal set, we'll compare these, but I remember seeing this on a video. Ah, damn it. Okay, that's a problem. Alright. 1 second, chat. Another crystal sword. Kind of a shame that we can't fix crystal weapons because they would be a... Ouch. Okay. They would be a good way of dealing pure physical damage for this kind of build that I'm playing here. I kinda have to rely on infused weapons, which is going to be a problem in the DLC. Okay, so there's the mage up there. Damn it, come on. Okay, never mind. I don't have to kill this guy, I just have to come over here. Missed. Ouch. What was that? What was that? Who's shooting me? Holy shit, the damage. That guy was buffed. That guy was buffed by the mage for sure. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. The damage though. Have I mentioned how much I hate this level? Yeah, see? Can't even open my damn inventory for 1 second. Stamina. There we go. F, thanks Cindy. Yeah, that's one ring of sacrifice. Into the gutter. I'm not sure how many of those I have actually. But try and be careful here. Out of my way, thank you. I just wanna get to the stairs, come on. Leave me alone. Let's go Claymore for now. Mage. Strong attack. Another one. Ouch. Come here, you. Stop buffing everybody. Okay, I thought he died. What? Feels like I'm playing the Undead Burg for the very first time. Playing this level, you know. Just getting jumped by every single enemy in here. There. Okay. This guy is buffed. Okay, so my souls are actually there. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Damn it. Let me keep a homeward bone ready so I can get out of there. And let's try to get my souls. First try again, chat. Oh, too late. Too late, too late, too late. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, never mind. Let's just leave those souls there, you know. That's 2 rings of sacrifice. Yeah, that's not good actually. How many do I have anyway? That's it. That's all I got. I broke the 2 that I had, so yeah, let's just leave those souls there. I didn't want those 12 humanity anyway. Kinda sucks because I do wanna level up in the Chaos Servant Covenant later on. But oh well, I can just farm for more. I need to get the Evelyn in the run I'm doing right now. Fun, yeah man. Not fun, not fun. Let's become human real quick. Kindle this bonfire, get ourselves 10 Estus. I got both the Evelyn and, believe it or not, the Channeler's Trident first try on this character here. The very first Channeler we killed on this level, as soon as I got into the archives, dropped the Trident. Like, I'm never deleting this character ever. This character is blessed, you know. Let's speak to Logan. He should be here. Yeah, there he is. So here we have Blue Titanite Chunk, and we have Logan.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent, more than expected even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you, and the secret of Seath's immortality.
This is actually interesting.
The secret of Seath's immortality.
Yep.
If you have fought him and were imprisoned, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens the primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest.
Alright, so that's where we're going then. You got 4 Black Knight swords, 3 halberds, and how many great swords? And 2 great swords. Man, that's a lot of Black Knight weapons. I'm hoping this was a run where you were planning to use any of these weapons, because things like that tends to happen when we are not planning to use these weapons, right? Like if you need the Black Knight sword to drop early for a character build, you're not getting it, right? And then you play something like a full intelligence build, and the first Black Knight in the Undead Burg drops it. It's always like that. But that's a lot of Black Knight weapons then. So Logan is now selling crystal magic. These right here. Home and Crystal Soul Mass. Crystal Soul Spear. I think we had already read the description of most of his spells. One thing which got my attention was how Soul Spear mentions that Logan's power rivaled Gwyn's lightning. And again, I did mention earlier how this is interesting because basically illustrates how something created by humans was powerful enough to rival the power of the gods, right? Which would make, lore-wise that is, speaking from a lore perspective, this would make Crystal Soul Spear terrifying, because if Soul Spear is said to be on par with Gwyn's power, with Gwyn's lightning, then what the hell is Crystal Soul Spear? A strengthened version of Soul Spear, right? So, this is a sorcery boosted by the knowledge of Logan. Sorry, the knowledge Logan acquired at the Regal Archives. Fire-piercing Crystal Soul Spear. These pale magic spears, sharpened through crystallization, are on par with the armaments of the ancient lords. So again, mention of how freaking powerful these things are, right? We also have Crystal Magic Weapon. Logan's trials were successful, and the Crystal Median facilitated a stronger bond between weapon and soul. And Home and Crystal Soul Mass. The mysteries of souls, crystals, and the sorceries are deeply intertwined. So there seems to be some connection between the soul and crystals. Which might be why Sif was able to find the secret to immortality through crystals. He found a way to hack his own soul, for lack of a better word, maybe. I don't know. I was using spears and lightning fusion. Yeah, figures. This always happens.
The tomes stored in these archives are truly magnificent. A great pool of knowledge. The fruits of superior wisdom and an unquenchable desire for the truth. Some would say Seth had an unsound fixation. But his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands sacrifice, and I certainly bear no antipathy for that wonderful, scaleless beast.
Kinda makes you wonder why Seth went insane, right? And eventually Logan too. If crystals are in some way, related with souls, maybe peering too much into the essence of the soul drives someone insane. Food for thought.
The tomes stored in these are a great pool.
That's the same dialogue, right?
And I certainly...
Yeah, same dialogue. I'm not gonna buy anything right now.
Farewell.
Haven't quite decided whether I'm gonna get the Platinum Trophy on this character or my other character. So I'm not gonna buy anything right now. It's time we go for the Crystal Caves. Another chest here. And I think we are going to meet... Oh, we got 19 Prism Stones, nice. And yeah, that actually goes over the limit, right? Yeah, we have 99 of them, so we won't be wanting for Prism Stones anytime soon. We are actually going to meet Sigmayr's daughter, I think. So, can we see them from here? I can't, okay. Have I met the requirement for her spawning? I'm trying to remember what are the requirements. But the golden crystal golem should be here, right? Okay, so she hasn't spawned yet. I think we need to meet Sigmire in Blighttown for this to happen. Yeah. Okay. I'm hoping this won't break the quest line. Chat, if you know anything I don't, please do share. Will killing Sif right now break Sigmire's questline? Or can we make his daughter spawn later? That's my question right now. Okay, that's not a lot of damage. Okay. Because it is just a quick trip to Blighttown to advance his questline, right? So you really don't need to risk it. Oh, there's another one here. Okay, let me use something else because these things... Oh, okay, the damage isn't great in this either. Albert? Slightly better. Yeah, these guys are very resistant to elemental damage, so... Don't think it does. No, the golem has no correlation to Sif. That's why Rhea can still be kidnapped even though Sif and the channeler in the cathedral is dead. That is true, right? I kinda don't want to risk it though. Okay, I'm gonna believe chat on this one. Let's just explore this area here. Kind of a shame in terms of continuity though, because it feels like a weird backtrack to come here later just to have this encounter, you know? I was kind of hoping to get this done right now. But oh well. There we go. Oh, that's a jump. No, thank you. We really don't need to be fighting these guys, do we? Oh. That thing looked like it should have hit me, but it didn't. Okay. Bam. No, thank you. Oh, stagger. Missed. I mean, weird continuity is like the guy in New Londo going to Firelink. You just need to go to him after beating 4 kings. The guy in New Londo going to Firelink. Ah, the crestfallen warrior, right? I never quite understood why he goes to New Londo. Like, what is he doing down there? He seems to be trying to escape Bremt's bad breath, according to his dialogue, but kinda makes you wonder if there's more to it, you know? Seeing as there is another primeval serpent down there somewhere. But that's probably me just reading too much into it, again. As I usually do. So there we go, crystalline set. That guy hasn't aggroed, so... Let's read this. Let's equip it, actually. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, seriously, where? There we go. Crystalline armor. Shout out to all of you who remember Mr. I Won't Forget. And this helmet right here. Tell me in chat if you guys remember Mr. I Won't Forget. He's still active, right? He still makes videos. Probably doing Elden Ring videos now. Okay, so that's exactly the same symbol, actually. I had heard people talking about this, but I had never actually done the comparison myself. That's exactly the same symbol. Yeah. So there is something... Oh, there is something here for sure. Either the guy wearing this armor is... What's his name? Eidos himself, or this armor was also crafted by Eidos, and then the guy wearing it got crystallized. Kinda interesting, kinda interesting. Crystallized armor worn by a hollowed knight who was partially crystallized. The power of the crystal grants high defense. That's 59 defense compared to our paladin chest piece. 70. Okay, so not that much, honestly. But let's compare it to something on the same tier. 39, 37. Yeah, so that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Medium armor, but closing in on heavy armor levels of defense. So that's actually pretty good. Let's stick to our Paladin Giant fashion though. Giant Paladin is the name of this build. I have just decided that. Giant Paladin. You heard about Giant Dad, but get ready for Giant Paladin. Giant Faith build. I should have something like one of the masks though. And I really don't like fighting these guys. Ow. Okay, I almost took that one. Stagger. Ouch. That thing deals curse, right? Crystal attacks deal curse buildup for some reason. And there's probably some interesting lore implication there too, because, again, crystals are connected to the soul somehow. And crystal attacks can deal curse, so... Did you see the damage, chat, on the instability frames? We got 149 damage. I can't recall if the other games used instability as a game mechanic as well. Come on, man. What? What? Okay. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Can't recommend the light crossbow enough, chat. Surprisingly strong weapon. Can't recommend it enough, honestly. Alright, so here we are. The Crystal Cave. Insert Breaking Bad joke here. Go on. Make a Breaking Bad reference. I know you want to. Get it out of your system, chat. Oh. Gotta be careful here. From my part, I'm kinda tired of blue crystals, honestly. Kinda tired of fighting these guys. Kinda wish I had something like a pure physical damage weapon right now, because these guys are way too resistant to magic. But yeah. So I just gotta say this right now, chat. There are two things I am kinda afraid of. One is heights. I don't like high places, okay? Two is falling into the void in video games. You know when you clip through the ground in a video game and you fall into the void? You fall outside the map? That kinda scares me. Not kinda, it does scare me quite a lot actually, and I don't like it. And the thing is, walking on invisible surfaces kind of triggers that for me, because feels like I'm walking in a place I shouldn't be walking, you know? When you're exploring outside the intended play area of a video game and there are no textures on the ground, but there are still physical meshes there, so... Yeah, this right here. I hate it. What I'm trying to say is I'm going to take things slowly, and I apologize in advance for that. Okay, so let me watch the crystals very carefully right now. The little thingies falling from the ceiling. I can't take this. Yeah, me neither, man. Okay, so this is safe. Follow the little thingies, follow the little thingies. Everything is okay. These things are actually quite large, like these invisible platforms. They are wider than you would expect. I hate this. I hate this so much. Okay. I don't like fighting this guy here, but... Good news is the golden ones don't respawn, so... I don't want him to leap forward, because... Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm switching sides. Come on. Die. Okay, there we go. Oof. This place is like slippery. It's very easy to fall down. But yeah. And by the way, chat, am I weird? Am I weird for not liking, you know... What is this, man? Come on. Am I weird for being afraid of the void in video games? Do you guys feel the same thing, you know? It can't be just me, right? Okay, I know there are crystal lizards down here. Yeah, here. Ow, missed. Okay, can I get both? Oh. I got both, nice. Is there only two? Or... Okay, hang on. Hang on, I gotta check it out. I'm scared of open water, no worries. Alright, yeah, that's another thing, you know. Open water makes me a bit uncomfortable too. Man, I sound like... Sounds like I have way too many fears, but I don't really. Okay, so there was another one. Okay. I was right to reconnect. Nice, okay. Yeah, so this right here, I hate this. I kinda hate this. But I have memories of GTA San Andreas on the PlayStation 2, and... Feels like back then, especially during the PlayStation 2 era, it was much easier to clip through the ground, basically, and fall into the void, you know? I think if you just went through the map too fast for the game to render the map, you know, you would fall through the ground. And most of the games back then had a failsafe, right? If you just fall through the map, a few seconds later the game is going to spawn you back into the playable area, but some games didn't. Some games didn't have this failsafe. You would just fall indefinitely until you restarted the game, and that terrified me even more for some reason. But yeah. There's my unrequested childhood fears for the day. Or for the hour. I might have more to share later. I don't know. I've never had problems with void in games. Yeah, Cindy is built different. She's not afraid. She doesn't care. She peers into the void. She dares to peer into the void. Okay. Like I said, taking it very slowly here. intended gameplay, okay? That's the intended way to play through this area. Alright, chat? That's why the game gives you a couple dozen prism stones when you come here. And also, when do we ever get the chance to use prism stones? Let's be real for a moment, okay? When do we ever get the chance to use these things? Sure hope I don't get invaded here. It did happen once. It was not fun. Okay, we are getting close. Okay. Can I just go this way now? I think I can. Okay, that's it, right? Yeah, okay, we did it. We made it. Blue Titanite slab for our trouble. Which we may or may not use. We'll see. Look at this, chat. Look at the trail of prism stones. It's pretty. Cindy likes shiny things, so... There you go, Cindy. I'm surprised you didn't comment on the crystal lizards, by the way. You always tell me you want to eat them when you see them. Also, cheers to whoever designed the bridge in particular, and then was like, let's just put a blue slab in the DLC that just lays on the floor. Yeah, the DLC has a free blue slab and a white slab too, right? So... And a regular slab too in the Dragon's boss arena. Does it have a red slab? I can't remember. I don't think it does. I think it has one free slab of each color except for the red one, so... Pyromancy builds are like, yeah, screw me, am I right? Just screw me, I guess. Wrong item. So. Yep, says Cindy. Yeah, there you go. There were 3 lizards there, Cindy. Okay, so the completionist part of my brain wants to jump down there to get that item, but... As I've mentioned earlier, fighting these guys on these platforms is a pain in the ass. But we did alright with the first one, so yeah. Let's do this. Oh. Okay. Take it easy there, buddy. Let's try to get counter hits on this guy. That wasn't a counter, that's a stagger, okay. Come on. Oh, yeah. I'd rather take a hit than roll, honestly, on this platform. That's why we have poise. Oof, okay, that's dangerous actually. So let's lure an attack and... Okay, I can roll this attack. That's intense. That's actually pretty damn intense. Stagger. Another hit. Crystal attack. Crossbow shot. And there we go. That's it. We did it. I just walk away from them. Yeah, they do fall off, right? That's true. Well, I can brag that I killed both of them first try. For all that it's worth, which is not a lot, probably. Okay, so where do we go from here? That's the bridge to go back. And as I recall, there is no bridge this way. So I gotta go here, I think. I think. Question mark. Okay, I see crystals touching something, and there is a message there too. Let's start throwing crystals. Yeah, that's not it, is it? Is there no bridge going forward from this platform? Do I have to go back? Yeah, I think there's no bridge here. Those crystals are not touching anything, so... Let's go back, I guess. I can step here, right? Yes, I can. Okay. Ah, I hate this so much. Okay. I hate this so much. Praise the sun, Cindy. Yeah, I will praise the sun in a moment. Let me just get out of this thing here. Damn it. Just follow the thingies. Follow the thingies. It's okay. Okay. Okay, we did it. Okay, there we go. So now I can go back here. This thing right here too, man, that's such a weird level thing, you know. Level geometry glitch, I guess. Alright, so raise the sun for good luck. One more invisible bridge, chat. And then we're done with this. Imminent fall. That's bullshit, right? That's a developer message, by the way. Messages with the Oscar symbol are developer messages. And I think this might be a troll, actually. Because it's just a straight bridge. You just have to go straight forward and you will get there. Here. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay between the thingies, the little crystals falling off of the ceiling. Good luck, thank you. Yeah, I can just go straight ahead here. Okay, there we go. There we go. We did it. Giant Dark Souls message on the screen right now saying fear conquered or something like that. Hello? Hi? Does picking up that soul aggro the butterfly? I didn't actually remember that. And I am not wasting resources fighting it, so never mind then. Okay, so now we have a bunch of clams here. We are going to see more of these later in the... what's it called? Damn it, I kinda forgot the name. Not the Great Hollow. The Great Hollow is what leads us there. Ouch. Damn it. Beach of Ash or something like that. Ashen Beach. Ashen Lake. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Sorry, chat. My brain was lagging there for a second. Ashen Lake is what I was trying to say. We are going to see more of these claims later in the Ashen Lake. Which, to me, kinda implies that Sif was poking around the Ashen Lake for things which might help him find the secret to immortality, probably. Ouch. Also, these things hit way too hard. Let's heal for good measure. Ouch. Yeah, that's a grab attack, isn't it? Okay, that's one down. These things don't really have much poise, but they do have some weird hyper armor in some attacks. There we go. Virgin Stone, okay. And they have skulls inside of them. Creepy. Another Twinkling Titanite, that's nice. And one more clam to go. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so we are going to switch to our lightning spear. Because we are going to fight a dragon, so there is no more fitting weapon than A spear imbued with lightning. Fighting a dragon with lightning and a spear. Just as the gods intended, you know? In comes Sif. He is, of course, angry because we found his crystal. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get the Moonlight Greatsword, so I'm not gonna break the crystal myself. I am instead going to let Sif break the crystal. Also, let me know if the music is too loud, chat. I think I started to run a bit too late, honestly. We might have missed our chance here. Yeah, we missed our chance. Give me your tail, come on. Ouch. Okay, stop. Stop. Got it. Not sure. Might be able to do it actually. Ah, come on, don't turn around. Okay, so let's throw some lightning at me for good measure. Where is it? Here. Is he punching? He rarely does that, right? That's the far away breath attack. Stop turning around, man. Go on. The tail cut is a bit more on the tip, actually. Yeah, I think we missed our chance, like I said, but I should be able to get him. If I can get him stuck on an AI, but he isn't collaborating right now. We are dealing good damage though with lightning spears, so that's good. Come on. Let's not get hit by the tail. Ah, damn it. Heal. Come on. Do it. Breath attack. There we go. If we could pre-aim a lightning spear at this tail, that would work too. Okay, that's scary. Damn it. If I had a penny every time a dragon boss had a very annoying moveset that prevents you from cutting its tail, I would have 2 pennies. There we go, got it. Nice. You have no tail, buddy. You kinda do, but it's a bit shorter now. Okay, so that's going to be a far away attack. You can get in here and do this. And there we go. That's the Silver Serpent Ring and a Praise the Sun for good measure. There we go. And here's the tail, by the way. It's an object we can actually interact with. It has physics. GG, thanks Cindy. Finally some good tail meat. Yeah, here it is, man. Let's make ourselves some barbecue. Some dragon barbecue. Somehow I don't think it would taste good, honestly. Not with the crystallization thing going on. But we did it. First try Sif with a tail cut. kinda happy with the results, honestly. We can upgrade the Crescent Axe actually, so let's do that. Which reminds me that I need more strength to use it. It requires 18 strength and we have 16 at the moment, so let's fix that. There we go, 18 strength. And this thing is now dealing 455 damage. Not bad. One of my favorite Dark Souls 1 weapons, actually. Kind of a shame it didn't really return in the other games. It kind of did in Dark Souls 2, but it's a intelligence weapon for some reason in that game. And I can't remember if it's in Dark Souls 3. Alright, so we got another Lord Soul from Sif, so let me check this out real quick. It's a key item, right? Yeah, here we go. Bequeathed Lord Soul Shard. Soul of Sif the Scaleless. Soul of the Albino Sif the Scaleless, a fragment of a Lord Soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Sif allied with Lord Green. Lord Green, everyone. Lord Green, yeah, sure. Sif allied with Lord Gwyn and turned upon the dragons, and for this he was awarded dukedom, embraced by the royalty and given a fragment of a great soul. Although just a piece, it will still satiate the Lord Vessel. Alright. Reminds me that we haven't given the Lord Vessel the soul we got from Nyoko as well. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just mispronouncing stuff as per usual. Lord Green, what sort of Great Lord is that? It's like if you turned Snoop Dogg into one of the Great Lords. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah. So Sigmire is still here.
There you are. I'll be heading down below shortly.
Yeah. So we need to trigger, or rather to fulfill his encounter in Blighttown. Alright chat, so question is where to next? I'm thinking Blighttown. Need just a little bit more for another level. Not quite enough. Let's kill something like 1 or 2 enemies here. Just so I can spend these souls. So we got Nyoko, we got Sif. Next one is Blighttown. For Lost Isolate, I should say. The Bed of Chaos. And also to finish Solaire's questline. Blighttown, get Isolate out of the way. Yeah, I'm kinda forgetting the name of the places, you know. I meant Lost Isolate. Although we are going to have to go through Blighttown to get there. And advance Sigmire's quest, so... I also have to get down to Ashen Lake at some point, so... I gotta find a moment to get there. Can I level up? Yes, I can. So let's make that Endurance. And can I warp to the Daughter of Chaos? Darkmoon Tomb, Crystal Cave, Catacombs. Are you serious right now? Chamber of the Princess, Altar of the Grave Lords, Depths. Okay, so I think I haven't sat at the bonfire down there. Valley of the Dragon Buttocks, that's a good name actually. Valley of the Dragon Butt. That's an apt description, you know. Yeah, so newsflash chat, I haven't unlocked the Daughter of Chaos Bonfire, apparently, which means we're gonna have to do this the long way. Which presents an opportunity, actually, because I haven't picked up the grass shield on this character yet, so maybe we can approach Blighttown through the alternative way, you know, through the forest instead. Before we do any of that, chat, I'm gonna take a very quick bathroom break. So I'll be right back in a couple of minutes, chat. BRB. Okay, we're back. In my stream, hotkeys have stopped working for some reason. Okay, no, they are working. That's the game screen. Let me get back into the game. There we go. Okay, let me test this out, chat. It's the game screen. Okay, yeah, that's the ending stream screen. Okay, there we go. I was probably pressing the wrong button there. Everything is working, I was just pressing the wrong keys. Newsflash, streamer forgets his OBS keys. There we go. I could just teleport to the Undead Parish bonfire, but... Okay, before we do that, I've just remembered one more thing. We have already placed the Lord Vessel with Cramped, which unlocks some unique dialogue with... What's her face now? Anastasia of Astora. So let's check that out.
Forgive me.
Or maybe not.
I am completely...
Never mind then.
Forgive...
I think we have to maybe give some souls to the Lord Vessel. Let me test that out. Lord Vessel, Lord Vessel. Do we not have the Lord Vessel as a warpable thing? Okay. Apparently not. Apparently not. Excuse me, friend. Excuse me. Don't wake up, don't mind me. There we go. Offer souls to Lord Vessel. That's gonna offer both of these souls we have in our inventory, right? Okay, there we go. Now we warp back to Firelink. And there should be some new dialogue with Anastasia. The Firekeeper, that is. I think anyway, I might be wrong.
That you have
There we go.
agreed to link the fire. I thank you sincerely. Finally, the curse of the undead will be lifted. And I can die human. I am powerless, but I will do all that I can. Please, save us all. Please.
I think that only happens if you go with the Cramped route. If you place the Lord Vessel with Cap, this may not happen. But I might be wrong, because the trigger appears to be feeding the Lord Vessel at least once. So, maybe not, maybe you can do it with Calf as well.
Forgive me. I am impure. My tongue leaks.
Yeah, same dialogue as before. And as a reward for doing that, maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't, but she strengthens the Firelink Shrine bonfire to maximum output. So we now get 20 Estus when we rest here. And the flame is bigger, of course. Quite an interesting detail. Right, so now we can actually warp to... Oh. Logan isn't here anymore, of course, so maybe this guy has new dialogue.
Oh, there you are. Just so you know,
Yeah.
Master Logan has left on his own again.
I know.
It seems that he is still determined to find the famed regal archives
He
in
did.
Anor Londo. I intend to search for him. Only before I leave, there is one thing I wish to do. You see, Master Logan has left most of his books. With them, I could teach you Logan sorcery. You have done much to assist me. Before I leave on this journey, I will teach you all that Logan has to share.
So now he sells the old
Oh, hello.
Logan inventory.
You made it. Then let us begin. As promised, I shall bequeath Master Logan's sorcery to you.
which is an interesting way of getting these sorceries if you're trying to 100% the game, you know. It's basically his regular inventory, but he has Soul Spear and Homing Soul Mass now. We're not gonna buy any of these right now.
Master Logan is at the archives.
Yes.
Thank the heavens. Finally, his wish has been granted. I suppose he has his head buried in those tomes.
He does.
That's always what made Master Logan happiest. Ah, I can just imagine him now. Two things are then... Oh,
Basic dialogue, alright.
goodbye then. Do stay safe.
There we go. I didn't actually remember that we can tell him we found one. That's interesting. So let's go to the parish, and from the parish we'll go through Darkroot Garden, through the Valley of Drakes, get some items there, and then make our way to Blighttown. Remember the guy I told you before? He really believed that Firekeeper says foul things literally and exaggerated it. You mean the other YouTuber you told me about, Uchiha? I did check his channel, but as you said, I can't understand the language, unfortunately. But what Firekeeper are you talking about? The one from Dark Souls 1? She doesn't say much, right?
That's an odd ember you have there. Ah, I know what you're thinking.
Oh, he's talking about the crystal ember.
I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else.
Right, we have to remember to give this to the giant blacksmith.
Oh yes, and one other thing about the Darkroot Garden. It is said to house the grave of Sir Artorius, the Abyss Walker. Only of those who ventured into the forest, none has returned.
We are going to visit the forest later
I'll be seeing me.
to get the Covenant of Artorias, of course. By the way, hi Uchiha. How you doing? We've just defeated Sif the Scaleless and got his tail, which reminds me, I haven't read the description on this. Moonlight Greatsword. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, came from the tail of Sif the Scaleless, the pale white dragon who betrayed his own. Sif is the grandfather of sorcery, and this sword is imbued with his magic, which shall be unleashed as a wave of moonlight. Also, it looks awesome. And it's likely the most iconic Souls weapon ever, right? Funny how we can actually use the special attack, even though we don't meet the requirements. 28 intelligence, yeah. Makes me want to play an intelligence build just to use it. But then I would have to go through the problem of playing an intelligence build, which is kind of boring. I have tried, I promise, but the early game is just pew 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 pew, and it's not very funny. So he said the Firekeeper cursed the gods. Interesting, because she doesn't really have any dialogue indicating that. She seems to be actually, how can we say, very meek when it comes to her view on the gods. She seems to be a very devout follower of the faith, you know. Her backstory seems to imply she was forced on that position, on the role of Firekeeper, but she just accepts it, you know. So it's hard to imagine her cursing the gods, honestly. Unless we have some weird translation thing going on. This might be the case too. Maybe the localization changed her dialogue a little bit. I don't know. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we have already killed the Hydra. Right. Yeah, we have. I haven't, however... No, I have summoned Dusk, right? Because I have this, yeah. I don't have her set, however, but I'm not gonna pick it up right now. Because that's a long trek through the water. Through the crystal golems, and I don't have the patience for that right now. We are instead coming over here, and there should be a Black Knight down here, because I have not explored this area on this character yet. Kinda forgot to do it. Yeah. Sit down, son. Oh. Okay. I was not expecting a one-shot, but there we have it. Grass Crest Shield. Finally. So, old medium metal shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. One of the most popular items in this game. For a good reason. Stamina regen is very useful. So let's sit here. Let me store a few things in the inventory real quick. So we don't need these crystal weapons. Or the moonlight. You went this long without crash. Yeah, I did. I completely forgot about that. I killed the Hydra and then completely forgot about the other way you could go. Here at the base, you know, of the Dark Root Garden. But hey, not really necessary, right? Not really necessary for this build. Stamina regen is nice, but I tend to play it slow. So I guess I didn't miss it this much. But yeah, kinda weird, kinda weird. Usually I pick it up earlier, I just forgot to do it this time. So since we're here, since we're gonna fight dragons anyway, I'm gonna pop some humanity real quick. Where is it? Because later in this playthrough I will use a dragon weapon. And this means I'm going to need some dragon scales to level it up, to reinforce it. I would use lightning against these guys, but I think they are resistant to lightning. Ow. Okay, that's good damage actually. Damn. It's nice damage. Okay. Very good damage. Come on, sir. Don't be like that. Stop. What are you doing, sir? Come on. Face me. Face me, foul creature. Okay. I would prefer to not advance too much. Okay, I'm getting stuck. Ow. Ow. Can I get a stagger? Thank you. There we go. I think you get exactly enough dragon scales to upgrade one dragon weapon. You can also trade the egg at the asylum for one scale. The egg? What egg? What egg are we talking about here? But I could explore Ashen Lake, right? That would give me enough scales. How many do I have, by the way? I have 12. No, that's Demon Titanite. I have 4 dragon scales. That's interesting, actually. can I possibly aggro just one of you? Yes, that would be ideal, thank you. I do want the composite bow, that's also why we're doing this. I'm not just farming for dragon scales. Black Knight Halberd. I could get it, yes, but I would not use it on this build anyway, so... Oh, now we got two of them on me. Yeah. It should be manageable anyway, because... Or maybe not. Ow. Don't do that. Stagger. There we go, that's one down. No dragon scale. Egg vermitude. The snakes in the forest, or the egg dude next to the spider. Oh, I didn't know we can get a dragon scale with that. Interesting. So I have to set myself a reminder to do that actually. Because I do have some egg vermitude. I can do the trade right now. There we go. Can you stop going back and forth? Strong attack. There we go. Halberds, chat. Surprisingly strong weapon. That's the Brigand set, yeah, there we go. Brigand armor. Okay, so one weak attack and two strong. It's a guaranteed stagger. There we go. Nice. I haven't killed the undead dragon. Wait, I have killed him because I have the Astra straight sword, so yeah, obviously. 10 scales in a regular run to go dragon farm and look ridiculous someday. I don't think I've done that, honestly. And I'm glad it's not a requirement to get the Platinum Trophy in this game. Because I don't think I've ever done that in Dark Souls 1. The dragon farm. I talked about the composite bow, but I can't get it here, can I? Yeah, I can't, that's the... I'm getting everything mixed up. I'm sorry, chat. I apologize. But I thought the composite bow was here, but that's the red tearstone ring. Oh well. I've done it once because I have an all items save file. That's useful, actually. I need to make myself one of those for video footage. So I don't have to play through the game every time I need footage, you know? Of a specific item, that is. Missed. Ow. Chub. Damn it. That's getting annoying, I'm not gonna lie. That still hit me. And that's a humanity, I think. Yeah. Don't do it. It's torture. The normal Ghost Blade grind is an experience. Yeah, I did this one for the Platinum Trophy already on a Prepare to Die edition character. I did it for the other one, the one which you actually need for the Platinum Trophy. I think it's the Jagged Ghost Blade or something like that, but... in the process of doing so, I got myself the regular Ghost Blade too, I think. Yeah, so again, no dragon here. We already killed it. I was kinda expecting to get more souls from the drakes down there, not gonna lie. And by the way, chat, lore theory, or maybe a reinforcement of a previous theory. I mentioned on another stream how Priscilla might be the daughter of the nameless king, actually, and how he may have laid with a dragon to produce Priscilla. And this may sound silly, but explain to me, why do we have drakes which spit lightning? Almost like a lightning-infused god of war betrayed his family to join the dragons instead. And he produced, you know, offspring. I don't know, chat. You tell me. You tell me. Get out of here. There we go. Some dung pies to feed Premt later, because he loves it. Another one. Alright, this was quicker than I thought, honestly. So let's speak to Sigmire and unlock the bonfire shortcut, or warp, I should say. Large club, nice. Is it a rare drop? I wonder, because I've never actually farmed for it. Large wooden club. The giant undead of Blighttown wield these clubs, which became poisonous from the influence of their surroundings. Right, they do deal poison damage, right? I always forget about that. Yeah, 200 poison buildup. Not that much strength requirement either. Only 26 with a scaling strength. That's a good weapon, actually. Not enough strength to use it one-handed, but I can use it two-handed. Bonk. 188 base damage. It's a rare drop, favorite strength weapon in the game. Yeah, it's a very good weapon, man. I just noticed. I don't play strength builds often enough, you know. The strong attack is a leap attack, right? No, it's a bonk. Okay, interesting. I thought it was a leap. Makes me want to play a barbarian character. Interesting. Alright, so let's get down. I am planning, however, a strength base build, like I said earlier, so maybe that will be a first as well. Although I am using Brent on that build. Ouch. Then mosquitoes. Definition of overkill. Using the Wrath of the Gods to kill mosquitoes in lightning. Akin to killing a cockroach with a grenade, you know, something like that. When you really need the mosquitoes to die, you know, you pull out your Wrath of the Gods. And there we go. Interesting to see Blighttown from up above like that. I should have jumped down, shouldn't I? Yeah. Well, thankfully the fall isn't lethal, so there is that. So I got another rare weapon without really trying. This character is really blessed, I think. It's that Faith build weapon. I might just keep this one for the Platinum Trophy, honestly. We'll see. Alright. If you hear anything in the background, chat, that's a neighbor speaking outside and a dog barking at the same time. Because they have cooperatively decided to mess up my stream apparently. So there you have it. But it should not be picking up on the mic if I set my mic properly, that is. And I believe I did. Mosquitoes. That's why I brought this, you know. There we go. Okay, so let's try to find Sigmire. I think I see him. Yeah, there we go. There he is. And I can't remember if I've picked up the occult weapon. What's it called now? It's a curved greatsword found that way. That restores HP with each hit, but I can't remember what it's called. Something like the cursed greatsword or something. Something edgy like that. Was hoping to get some upgrade materials from these guys, but nope. Wake up.
Oh ho!
Wakey wakey.
Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
Sure.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation.
Onion Knight, Cindy. Cindy likes Sigmire, right?
Well, our fates do seem entwined, don't they?
They do.
This, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
Who knows? Who knows, man? Maybe. Maybe you should get off your ass. Solve your own problems for once.
A poison swamp, like quicksand in there. The poison.
Alright. So there is that. Let me check if I explored this area. Oh, nice. He's cool. Yeah, he is. One of the... I just kicked the slug in the face. One of the coolest armor design, I think, in this game. You wanna go Ash Lake now, so you can teleport there later at the end of the quest. I could do that, yes, but the thing is, I have to go the opposite way anyway in order to unlock the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. And it's really just one trip down to Ash Lake and that's it, right? If I go there later, it's one trip down there to explore all that there is to explore down there and complete Sigmire's questline, and that's it. So I don't think I really need to do this right now. Unless you want to, right? Let me know, chat, if you would prefer to see the Great Hollow and Ash Lake right now. But I think it's easier if you go Daughter of Chaos right now. So that area was already explored, so we're not gonna go there. We are, however, visiting the Daughter of Chaos and leveling up in the Chaos Servants Covenant, so we can save someone. So let's do that. Should go that way actually, because that's easier to traverse, right? There's fewer enemies there. Let's go this way. going past the giant ogres and into Quaylag's boss arena. Can I stop the poison? Thank you. That sound is getting annoying, honestly. And the bell is ringing. There's activity down here, that's nice. Always surprises me how this game is still active. It's more active than Dark Souls 3, I feel. Dark Souls 2 is very active as well, especially the early game areas. If you set yourself a low-level character and just stick around the early areas just to co-op, you are guaranteed, you know, a few co-op sessions every weekend, honestly. Dark Souls 3, though, feels like kinda hard to find people to play with sometimes. Or maybe not. I have played through Dark Souls 3 just once. So maybe I messed up, I don't know, maybe my character was over-leveled or something. What can we see from here, by the way? That's the Tomb of Giants, I think? Or maybe that's more of Lost Izalith, actually. The Tomb of Giants is on a different angle. I have a low-level first only PvP character for DS2, yeah. Yeah, there you go. I like having one character, or two, or three, which I purposefully keep at a low level just to do multiplayer. Although I tend to do co-op more than invasions. There we go. Let's equip the old witch ring. What's up?
Enter a covenant again.
Yeah.
Of course. Let me try.
I like how it's implied that the act of inducting someone into a covenant is like a magical thing, right? It's not just a contract, there is magic to it. So let me offer 10. Because that's what I have, and I think that should be enough.
Oh, thank you, Quayla.
I had offered 10 earlier, so...
Quayla, please, sister, do not cry. I am happy, really. I have you. Don't I?
Sure.
I'll be fine.
Someone else doing the same thing.
I have you, dear sister. But promise me that you will take care of yourself.
Alright.
Goodbye, Quayla. Do be safe.
Do be safe. And does this guy have any new dialogue?
You speak the tongue of the fair lady?
I do.
Well, do not be rash with your pride. You have yet to earn my trust.
I am multilingual as hell, man.
With the fair lady, there will be hell to pay.
Yeah, sure thing, man. So, servant roster, and...
There is nothing to say to you, except if you lay a hand on the fair lady, you should be prepared to face my wrath.
This is the guy who created the poison pyromancies, right? Things like poison mist or toxic mist.
There is nothing to say to you, except if you lay a hand on the fair lady, you should be prepared to face my wrath.
Yeah, he does have unique dialogue if we get infected with the parasites of Lost Izalith. Not sure we're going to do it on this character, honestly, we don't really need to. I suppose we could do it just for the lore, right? Just for the lore, chat. So that's Chaos Servant plus 1. Is this enough though? That's the question. Is plus 1 enough to unlock the shortcut? Give me a second, chat, let me do a quick Google search. DS1 Chaos Servant Covenant. Because we need the shortcut. Okay, where's the Covenant rewards? Okay, so it needs to be 2. She gives you Great Chaos Fireball just for joining, and then at the next rank there's nothing, which is the one we got right now. Then we get Chaos Storm for the next one. That's 10 more humanities, I think. We need 10 more humanities, so we have just enough, I think. Just enough. Still a bit salty that we just lost 12 humanities at the Duke's Archives, but
Oh, my diddle.
offer humanity. 10 more. Okay, we got nothing, so we need one more.
Goodbye, Quajo.
One more level on it. That's 10 more humanity. That's all my humanity, bro. Come on. I'm stingy. I don't like spending stuff. Come on, man.
Quayla.
Oh well. And there we go. Chaos Storm? Yeah, there we go. Chaos Storm.
Oh, thank you, Quayla.
New dialogue.
I'll be fine. I have you, dear sister. But promise me that you will take care of yourself.
Yeah, same dialogue.
Goodbye, Quayla. Do be safe.
And that's it. We can now unlock the shortcut and save Solaire, which we are going to. First, however, we need to defeat the Ceaseless Discharge, so let's do that. Or... hang on a moment, chat. Hang on a moment. We have a +10 Pyromancy plane, which means there's another NPC we can talk to up here somewhere, which will unlock another quest for us. Bear with me for a moment, chat. Bear with me. I know it's a lot of back and forth, but that's Dark Souls for you. That's, you know, how you do quests in Dark Souls. You kill one boss and suddenly 3 different NPC quests have broken. If you're not careful, that is. So let's go back real quick, and there should be another NPC there. Just outside the boss arena. You probably know who I'm talking about, of course. We are not really using pyromancies on this build, although we could, because pyromancy doesn't really scale with anything, so we could use it. We might actually, if we need fire damage, we might, you know, bring out the pyromancy. Alright, so here we are. This lady right here, we hadn't met her before, and excuse me, sir. Could you not? Excuse me. Don't mind me just backstabbing an ogre. Come on, man. There we go. Can I hit this thing, please? Come on. I hate these mosquitoes, man. There we go. Alright. Dung pie. Okay. Moss, because I can't stand this sound, and here we have... Wow, really? Yeah, I was about to say that. Aren't these guys supposed to ignore me while I'm here? It took a few seconds for them to remember that they're not supposed to attack me in this area. And they made her stand up, which is funny.
It has been some time. Truth be told, I thought you would perish.
Oh, so I did talk to her. Never mind, chat. I had already talked to her. I cannot remember what I've done on this build. Damn, I'm going insane.
The Witch of Izalith. Please, do not speak of her. I abandoned my mother and sisters and fled to this land. Now I roam these parts, feigning ablution and pretending to seek answers. Pyromancy is the art of invoking and manipulating fire. But remember,
Always fear the flame.
Lest you be devoured by it and lose yourself. I would hate to see that happen again.
She's not giving us the line for the quest, actually.
Pyromancy,
Yeah.
I would...
Is there a requirement to do that? Let me get Great Combustion for now, because it is a useful, very useful pyromancy, actually.
Now go. Whatever you do, do not crack and go hollow, lest my time spent on you be wasted.
Alright. What about now?
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you. Let us begin. Pyromancy is...
No new dialogue. Huh.
No luck. Well, young pupil, you must have patience, but do not keep me waiting much longer.
Do we need to reset for some reason? What's the requirement? I'm talking about the line where she asks you to kill the Witch of Izalith, basically. To kill the Bat of Chaos. Now she's sitting down again.
Ah, it has been some time, truth be told. I thought you had perished.
There
I
we
have
go.
a favor to ask. My mother, the Witch of Izalith, was one of the primeval lords. Her power came from the soul that she found near the first flame. She focused this power to light a flame of her own. But she failed to control it. The flame of chaos engulfed Mother and my sisters and molded them into deformed creatures. Only I escaped. And now I am here. But my mother and sisters have been in anguish since. I beseech you, free Mother and my sisters from the flame of chaos. I cannot do it myself. I lack the strength and the bravery. But you, I realize what I am asking. But please, free their poor souls. Mother's ambitions were misguided, no doubt. But surely 1,000 years of atonement is enough.
I was about to say how old this character is, right? I think it's one of the oldest characters we get to speak to in-game. That and Gwendolyn as well.
I have a favor.
Okay, that's the same dialogue.
I can't
We don't
believe I
actually get a
would rather-
prompt to say yes or no, which is interesting. I thought we did. But yeah, that's it.
No luck. But
So now we get a quest from her and we can get, I think it's Fire Tempest, if we speak to her after defeating the Bat of Chaos. So there you have it. Not gonna submit you guys to more back and forth. I can just do this now, since I have set at the bonfire down there. There we go. So, time for Izalith, chat. Time for Izalith. Let's go Leo Ring, I say. Actually, no, Ring of Sun's firstborn, because we are going to use miracles here. It's interesting how they hadn't really, I guess, realized or understood, I guess figured out is the expression I'm looking for. The developers hadn't figured out how pyromancy relates to the stats. Lore-wise, I'm trying to say. Sorcery scales with intelligence, miracles scales with faith. Pyromancy was said to be just skill and instinct. And so in Dark Souls 1, pyromancies don't scale with anything. There's no stat investment required for pyromancy. In Dark Souls 2 and 3, it's a sum of faith and intelligence, which one could call instinct. Intelligence tempered by faith, or faith tempered by intelligence, results in instinct or intuition, which is the primary emotion related to pyromancy. Again, just me reading way too much into this and observing how nicely gameplay and lore intertwine in this game. Speaking of which, we can't just keep moving in this area because there's lava all over the place, as you can see. So let's try to find the source of this lava. Let's see if we can get rid of it somehow. I hear something, chat. And I see something. Say it right now in chat. Should I fight this guy legitimately, or should I go for the cheese strat and knock him off of the ledge? But yeah, poor devil, poor guy. Look at him. That's a berserk apostle if I've ever seen one. And I love how we can see it very clearly here, the runes from this fire effect coming out of him. I've mentioned this on another stream too. That's chaos language, whatever it's called. We tend to see it in chaos magic, the form of magic which existed before pyromancy, before fire magic became pyromancy. And we see this in things like this guy, but also in things like the elevator we are going to unlock later on. And we do see it on this kinda, the dark sign, which, again, reinforces the message that maybe the Witch of Izalith helped fabricate the dark sign. But yeah, that guy's pretty chill, so we're just gonna pick this up. Oh. He didn't like it. Now we run. I'm gonna run. This guy has way too much HP. Not a fan of actually fighting him. I don't wanna fight, bro. I just wanna grab the item and run. Ouch. It's not a lot of damage, actually. I was expecting more. But okay. So there's a huge chasm over here. I love how this all makes sense, you know, from a level design standpoint. There's a giant chasm over here and he can't possibly follow us all the way here, so he's gonna jump and hang there, desperately trying to retrieve his sister's clothing, and unfortunately it's not gonna work out for him. And down he goes. And of course, all the lava on this level now dries up. Most of it, anyway. Kinda interesting how tall he is. Chat was lagging for a moment and I didn't see the message of, you know, that the cheese strat is funnier, so I'm glad I made it anyway. I'm glad I did it. That's not a lot of souls. I was expecting more. Damn. Oh well. Yeah, he's extremely tall. We can already see the demons down there. That's interesting. Look at them. Just standing there menacingly. Trying to look tough. You can get more souls if you have the Mimic Helm, which I do have, and I'm just not using it because I'm dumb. That's a good reminder though right there, because I had completely forgotten about that. Yeah. Let's try it next boss fight. Let's see if I can do quick 2 item swaps. Turtle. What's that supposed to mean, Cindy? Are you calling me slow? Is that it? Get out of here, man. Alright, so I'm gonna get grabbed by these guys. I think I need to be grabbed by the human one, right? Yeah. Come on. No, that's not it. Okay. Let's get rid of these guys. Ow. Okay, that's 2 down. Come on, man, grab me. Come on, dude. Ah. Why are annoying enemies, sorry, small enemies so annoying? That's what I'm trying to say. There we go. Come on, man. Not what I meant to do. Damn, man. These guys are annoying. Alright. Okay, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. I just don't feel like it right now. I guess we get to see my character without a helm. This is us, chat. This is Sir... What's his name? Sir Antonius. The Paladin. The messages are delayed on YouTube. Yeah, but they were just stuck. I was not seeing the new messages at all. For like a few minutes. It wasn't just lag. So that area is worth exploring once we get the ring, which allows us to walk on lava. The orange charred ring, I believe it's called. So let's go this way instead. Into Lost Izalith properly. And I believe we get the last of Kirk's invasions here. Nope. Oh, the damage. The damage, chat. 2 hits. Poor guy never stood a chance. You know what? Let's get more souls while we're here. Twice more, I think. So it was 1 in the depths and then 1 here. Right, there is 1 right in front of the Bed of Chaos, right? That's the last one. This right here is the second invasion. So there is 1 here and then there is 1 more after this one. There you go. And he should be here any moment now. Hello? There he is. Let's go sword and board against him. He is going sword and board, we are going sword and board. Yeah, take this. Oh, no, thank you. Can we parry him? We can. Not dead yet. Now he's dead. A duel between 2 knights. Quite cinematic. That's 32k souls, that's a lot actually. And a humanity, nice. And a spike shield. Kirk. Knight of Thorns. There you go, chat. Behold my intrusive thoughts. Behold them. What's that? What did I just hear? Oh, it's one of the worms down there. Okay. So, lightning spear on this guy. A stagger and good damage. Insert Doomslayer music right now. Paladin fighting demons. Not gonna happen. Yeah, I might be over-leveled for this area. But hey, it feels cool to be a badass paladin making short work of demons. That's a guard break attack. Ouch. Delayed attack. Didn't realize I was playing Elden Ring, sorry. Interestingly, Kirk's sets has a lot of unique status bonuses. Increase kick damage and the gloves increase fist damage. Yeah, we tend to forget about that. We always remember the damage we do with rolling, but the extra damage on kicking and punching is a nice extra detail. It fits the place. Yeah, being a paladin fits the place. Although I suppose our most, how can we say, appropriate level was the catacombs and Nito. Fighting against necromancers. That was fitting as well. For a paladin, that is. But demons work too. Yeah, these things have long attack animations. But speaking about Kirk's set, makes me want to play something like a pure martial arts build. Like just punching people and kicking, you know. Which is not viable at all in this game. Like, not at all. But it would be fun. Let's put our helm back on. There we go. A few more souls and we should have another level. Another boss fight coming up. You can get flame kick actually. Yeah, you can, right? That's also true. You can stack up some physical damage. Things like Perk's boots, the flame ring, and then good old red tearstone ring and power within. I don't think it amounts to any decent damage, even if you do that though. Come on, Taurus. Missed. Damn it. There we go. 3 hits. Right, I'm not getting close to this guy. Damn, the damage is trash though. That's slightly better. Okay. Green Titanite, nice. Let me try to get... No, the damage doesn't really increase, I think, with Power Within actually. Does Power Within only affect weapons? I suppose the kid isn't a weapon, so yeah, that would work. Shame. Come on, From Software. Why can't we kick? I mean, we can kick, but why can't we deal proper damage kicking? Yeah. 2 hits. Can we get a plunging attack on the Taurus demon down here? Weapons and spells. Yes, figured. Only weapons and spells. So let's try to sneak up on this guy. Ah, come on, don't do that. No! I tried to do a jump attack. Ah, come on. That's not fun. Damn it. You can in theory do a kick run. The egghead you can get switches the kick with the larva, which does massive poise damage. And deals more damage than the regular kick, I would guess. Massive poise damage does open the enemy to take instability damage too, so who knows. There might be something to it. Doubt it would be easy though, I highly doubt it. And another hit. And there we go. Oh, oh. Reminds me of good old times of obscure Dark Souls theories where some people would swear that if you were a member of the Chaos Servants, you could infect other players with the kick, quote-unquote kick action of the larva thing. Which is of course not true, but it would be interesting. Feels like it should be the case. When we have another ambush here, yes, there we go. There we go, easy peasy. Missed. Hit. There we go. I love me some long weapons, you know. New players should use spears, honestly. Spears and halberds, that is. A lot of this game's difficulty is just nullified if you can poke the enemy from a safe distance. Look at this. There you go. That's it. And that's a... Let me try to remember. A red titanite chunk. No, that's the large flame ember, yeah. 800 hours of Dark Souls, as you can see. I got close though, right? These are quite close to each other. If we go by lore, right? Titanite slabs become embers with the passage of time, right? Because the ember we find in the Darkroot Garden, in the past, in the DLC, we find a blue slab there instead. So technically, I'm not wrong. This is a slab. It's just that it's a slab which now became an ember. Okay? So I'm right. Large flame ember. Ember required for weapon ascension. Large flame ember used in ancient rites. Handled only by blacksmiths, knowledgeable in ancient methods. Which I guess is the game pointing us out to Vamos. Which is a skeleton, so I suppose he is knowledgeable in ancient methods. Ascends plus 5 fire weapon and allows reinforcement to plus 10. The most powerful of fire weapons. I know slabs become titanite demons, they do. Sometimes they become embers instead, I think. It's what seems to be implied with the DLC thing, you know. We find a blue slab, and that exact same chest in the present holds the large magic ember instead. Which raises the question, which slabs become demons and which slabs become embers? Well, let's wait for Vati to make a video on that one. In the meantime, though, we can open this shortcut, and I think we need to do it before we fight the Fire Sage. Parkour. I did it. I did it, chat. Parkour successful, and there's the item I was looking for. Another soul. I think that's it. Don't think there's anything else over here. Question now is, can I jump down without taking damage? think I need to jump on the tree branch over there. So let's try to do that. That's a row, right? Yeah, row. Almost there, almost there. I think I took fall damage as if I didn't hit the tree branch because it didn't interrupt my falling animation, so yeah. It worked. It worked either way. I'm gonna equip this real quick, just on the off chance we get some free medals, you know? You never know. We might get one. Medal? No. One humanity is not helping our chances here. Nope. 2 for 1. Medal. Oh, we got one. Nice. We are lucky, aren't we? So we are already at... I think that's +1. We need to make it +3 to get the sunlight spear. And we can open this. Excuse me. We can open this now. Nice, alright. So Solaire is saved. Not quite yet. We need to kill one particular sunlight maggot. The one... Oh, this one actually. We did it. Now he's safe. Now we did it. Oh, lizard. Lizard. Get back here. No, you don't. No, you don't. There you go. 2 Twinkling Titanites. No more medals. Can I get another one, please? Apparently not, alright. Okay. So no more medals for us. Reminds me that there's one boss I need to kill to get a boss weapon. Demon Titanites. We probably have enough to fully upgrade a boss weapon. I just have kinda forgotten to do it. So let's kill this guy. I am going to cheese this guy, mainly because I hate fighting these things. Can I break this? Ah, damn it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for breaking this for me. Where is it? Where is it? Here, this one. Do it. Ornstein's soul. Yeah, but Ornstein's spear requires a lot of strength and dex to use as well. Ouch. Oh, okay. That was dangerous. That was close. It's a weird weapon in Dark Souls 1 because it requires a strange combination of faith, strength, and dex. So it's kinda hard to fit in a build. And this is a pure faith build. Our damage is coming really just from faith. Not too bad. Yeah, we might try it later. We'll see. But it doesn't really scale just from faith all that well, you know. Kinda needs some investment into strength and dex to deal good damage, and we won't have it. 2 Demon Titanite, alright. And I believe this is the only Titanite demon which respawns. Alright. We might give it a try later. We do have the Leo ring, which means I did kill Ornstein last, so I do have his soul as well. It's stashed somewhere in the item box. So we're gonna teleport out real quick. The lizard eating the sunlight maggots. Which raises the question, what do these lizards eat? What is the biology of the crystal lizard? We need Zuli the Witch to make a video on this one. Yeah, it respawns from coding error. Are you telling me that's not intentional? Are these guys not supposed to respawn? Well, the more you know, I guess. I had no idea about that. Because how are you supposed to get... I was about to say, how are you supposed to get, you know, a... How can we say? Infinite source of Demon Titanite, but maybe you're not supposed to do that. Maybe that was the intention, actually. You're only supposed to get a set number of Demon Titanite per run. To make boss weapons more special, probably. Maybe that was the intention. But it is strange, because all the other upgrade equipment, or rather, upgrade material, is farmable, including dragon scales. So why not Demon Titanite? There is a single code string different in this demon's programming that makes it respawn. Now that you say that, I do feel like I've seen this in a Zully the Witch video. It sounds familiar now. Maybe I have seen it before. Still surprising though. It's interesting because it tells us the intended way to play, right? Like I said, the developers meant boss weapons to be special, so you're only really supposed to get one of them per run, maybe, per playthrough. You can get more technically, but you wouldn't be able to fully upgrade them if you did get multiple of them. Interesting. Right, that's enough inventory management. Let's fight the Fire Sage demon now. Re-skinned straight. And I am going to just run past these guys because we have already fought them, so can't be bothered to fight these guys again. Okay. Hang on, hang on. I regret what I've said. I regret everything that came out of my mouth just now. Is my talisman broken? Surely not, right? 10 durability, it's not broken, so I can use it. Yikes, what was that? Okay, let's do this. Run. Ouch. Can this guy bleed? That's the question. It's 2 hits. 3, 4, and that's bleed. Okay, so he can bleed. Zap. Another zap. That's good damage. Stop doing that. Jump attack. Really? Okay. Yeah, I don't want to have that over me, man. Don't say that. But yeah, that seems to be the case, yeah. Come on, man. Stop jumping. Bleed, okay. Bleed damage. What is this guy doing? Hard boss, everyone. Oh, that's bad. There you go. Got out of the corner. How much damage is this doing? 275. Okay, danger. That's the danger zone. And lightning spear is dealing 306 damage. Bad. Okay. That's it. There you go. There's this, and there's this. Okay. I did it. How many souls is that? Let's see. 28,800 souls. That's good. Quick fingers. Do not ask me to do this in PvP. I'm not going to. I cannot ring swap in PvP. But yeah, there you go. I know it's a criticized boss fight because it's just a reskinned boss, but I like it anyway, man. It's a fun boss to fight. It's scary when you fight him for the first time, but once you learn the moveset, it's just fun to fight this guy. Excuse me. I'm speaking to chat right now. I am analyzing the design of this boss fight. Could you not do that right now? There you go. Like I said, it's a fun boss. It's fun to dodge the attacks and just throw magic at it, basically. Also another demonstration of how strong the Morningstar is. I like fighting the Stray Demon very early game using the Morningstar because the bleed damage basically allows me to do it. And the Bell of Awakening is ringing again. You can hear it from here, that's cool. I didn't realize that. Give me something with reach now. One hit. I should be using this then. Alright. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks for the GG. What time is it, by the way? So, look at the red light we see there. You can't really see it. Maybe on the way down it's more visible. We'll check it again on the way down. You can see those rooms that I've mentioned earlier on that elevator too. Let's fix our stuff. And more endurance. Hello, Borba. How are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. We've just killed the Fire Sage boss. Demon Fire Sage. Which reminds me he dropped something. He dropped this. The Demon's Catalyst. Demon Catalyst formed from Izalith molten rock can be used as a fire weapon. The Fire Sage was the first demon and the last master of the original fire arts, before the Witch of Izalith was engulfed by chaos, creating pyromancy. Which is kinda what he does during his boss fight, I think. We can interpret his magic attack as fire magic. Not pyromancy, but fire sorcery, basically. Also, you can trust with it, which is interesting. With every other catalyst, your character bonks with it, you know. But this one has a trusting attack. And deals fire damage. Interesting. Would be interesting if we could cast both pyromancies and sorcery with it, but we can't. That's something which came along in Dark Souls 2 and 3, you know, having catalysts with... or rather, catalysts which could be used to cast multiple kinds of spells. Right, so I think we are ending the stream soon, chat. But for now, let's just wrap a few things up before we move on. Since I've spoken with Sigmire here in Blighttown, I believe we can go to Firelink Shrine and meet him there again. And he will mention his daughter, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe his daughter has already spawned in the Duke's archives, so... let's check that out instead. Quick trip to the Duke's archives. I think that's the requirement for the Golden Golem to spawn there, so... and then it should be the trigger to make Sigmire move to Lost Izalith, so... yeah, there it is. There's the Golden Golem. It's it makes more sense to do this now, so we can advance Sigmayr's quest as we explore Lost Izalith. So let's do that. Roleplay wise, there's really no reason for our character to come back here, but we kinda have to. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. That's half my health almost. These guys don't play around. Damn, Golden Golem doesn't play. Are you kidding me? This guy followed me all the way over here. Okay. Thank you, Barba. Yeah. We are actually working on a upgrade to the stream layout, but the border we have right now is pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Ouch. Could you just die already? That was risky. There we go. We got it. And it dropped a person. She is using the Bastard Sword, which I find interesting. It's a very underused weapon in most Souls games, come to think of it. It tends to be available around the time you find other useful greatswords too, so it tends to not really get much use. But yeah. So let's speak to her.
It was you who rescued me.
Yeah.
Why, thank you. I am Sieglind of Katarina. I don't know how I ended up in that crystal. It wasn't terrible in there, but I could hardly move. I must think of some way to repay you.
It must be hard to move in there, especially with this much armor on. And can I just say this? She's kinda adorable, isn't she? The way she speaks, you know, like, she's a badass. If you follow her quest line, she's kind of a badass. She's not hollow, she's not undead actually, she's human. She hasn't been affected by the curse yet. So she's technically doing all of this in one life. If she dies, she's dead, you know. And yet she's quite a badass. She goes to the archives and to Izalith as well. And makes her way all the way down to the Ashen Lake too. And yet she still speaks in this very kind, girly voice, which I just find super cute. She on that permadeath run, yeah, exactly, that's what I was trying to say. We are here, you know, doing multiple tries, and she's like, one try, man, is all that it takes.
Oh, have you seen my father?
We have.
You wouldn't miss him. A suit of armor just like mine.
You bet I have seen him.
Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if we'll just stay put and keep out of trouble.
I realized that I'm opening my water bottle right next to the mic. If you guys heard any clicking noises, that was that, alright, sorry.
Thank goodness. I knew he was here somewhere. Well then, now I must find him. Thanks again, truly. Now if we'll just stay put and keep out of trouble.
Alright, there you have it. That's, I believe her name is Sieglind. Sieglind of Katarina. It's still a bit of a crime how inaccessible the Katarina armor is in all three games. Dark Souls 1, you have to make your way to Sen's Fortress, which is not terrible, but not early game anymore. It's like half the game almost. I won't even speak about Dark Souls 2 because that's crazy. It's just crazy. And Dark Souls 3, that's about half the way through the game too, I think. Or maybe 3 levels into the game, which is inaccessible too, and you kinda can't keep the armor. You need to give it away to advance a quest, so I want to play a Katarina Knight, but it's just so difficult to get the armor, you know. You can send skip technically, yeah, but I'm not counting glitches and skips, you know. DS3 is endgame if you don't do the quest, yeah, exactly. That's the problem. If you don't do the quest, it's kind of early, I suppose. That's just 3 levels into the game, but if you want to do the quest, that's end game, man. I want to be a Katarina Knight so bad, man. I want to be an onion, bro. Come on. And then there's Dark Souls 2, where it's this wild treasure hunt which takes you through all 3 DLCs to gather the armor. To gather the armor piece by piece, which is just insane. Or you can farm the 1 NPC invader in the Forest of Giants in New Game Plus, which is also insane. So yeah, no thank you. Now I believe if we go back to Firelink Shrine, Sigmar should be there again. Yep, there he is.
Oh, hello.
No, that's Sieglind.
You're managing quite well, aren't you? I haven't found my father yet. Have you seen him?
Yes, he was down by Blighttown.
Then I must be off. I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that. It's just very tough.
When do we get the dialogue with Sigmar where he talks about his daughter? I can't recall that. Because next time we meet him, he will be in Izalith. And once we do that part of the quest, he will go straight to Ashen Lake. And then Sieglind will be here to tell us about his last quest, basically. And that will be it. We will find both of them down by the Ashen Lake. I'm getting some weird Mandela effect thing right now. Is the dialogue where Sigmar talks about Sieglind in the game, or is it removed dialogue, chat? Because I have the memory in my head, but I can't recall if it's actually in the game or not. Well, I don't know. I have this problem with Kiran already because I have some weird memories of dialogue which is just not in the game, so maybe my mind is just making things up, or you know, the Mandela effect at play once again. Who knows? But I think that is going to be it for this stream, chat. We did quite a lot on this one. Next time we're going to finish Lost Izalith, fight the Bed of Chaos, which I'm not looking forward to. It's going to be a pain in the ass like usual. I can already tell. And I suppose we can also make our way down to the Ashen Lake and complete Sigmar's questline. And after that we'll see. It's the next Lord's Soul after this one. So yeah, thank you Army as well for watching. Thank you everybody for watching, actually. Everybody in chat. Quite fun, guys, quite fun. Remember to check the channel if you liked the stream and maybe drop me a subscription. We would love to get to 1,000 subs this year. It's our objective for this year, basically. So if you feel like giving us a little help with that, that would be great. And I believe that's it, people. Have yourself a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. See ya.